Hi guys, Maggie here, and I am working on my Simplicity skirt 8612, and I'm starting to lay out my pattern pieces here. I'm doing the short view, this is the layout that I have to do. So I'm starting here. I have this part, which is what is it? Oh, 3. I had to turn it upside down, and then I've got part 2, and I'm gonna do the straps there. So I'll be cutting these out, and then I'll start constructing them, and I'll bring you along when I start constructing them. Okay, thanks. My trusty scissors here, the good dressmaking scissors. So, and I have it laid out, I do 2 pieces at a time on my spare bed. So that is how it's going to be done, I guess. So when I'm cutting things out, I usually like to turn the whatever it is, so that the material is on the right side, because I'm right-handed, and then that way, it makes it easier for me to cut it. And I'm just going to be doing this one piece at a time. These scissors are my very good dressmaking scissors, Gingher, that I like to use. This particular, I have to cut 4 of these gores. This particular skirt has a lot of shaping to it, so doesn't look like it, but it does. So I have to do 4 of these gores. Okay. So I have 2 pieces cut out. I'll do the notches later. Bit wonky fabric, but I just want to teach that point. Make sure it's about 13.5 inches. Yep. I'm not like 100% precise. I still like to use pins here. 13.5 inches. Yep, that's good. And I'll get the straps out of what is left in the margin. It has some really long straps. So I'm going to just fill the pins in here as I need them. Sometimes you need a few more with the this type of fabric that's very slippery, kind of slippery. And then I can cut it and move on to the next piece. Alrighty. So I'm gonna start cutting on this piece number 1. One piece at a time. We'll get this done. Waistband. It takes a lot longer to cut it out with scissors, but you know, to do the pinning and all that. I enjoy it. I enjoy that part of it. I'd rather take my time and enjoy the process. Now, as I said, I usually turn it. Everything is on my right hand side where I'm cutting. The pattern is on the left hand, but I cut with my right. Confusing about that. I think I am going to invest in a fold-up cutting table. I had an old one, and I mean, I actually used to cut things out on the floor, but when we moved, since it was kind of like broken anyway, I got rid of it. But I think it might be, if I do this a lot, it might be worth investing in one. I could work on my kitchen island. That's another possibility, but usually it has a lot of stuff on it, so that it's not going to work. So here we go. And it is pretty forgiving. Pins in the way. Have this whole portion cut out, except for the waistband. I have one more set of the gore pieces to cut out, and then I have to cut out the straps. And that will be it. And I have got my triangles that I just make a little snip of those. I try not to use these, I try to hide these scissors, and they only use themselves. I have to hide them in my drawer because all my other ones get used for other things and they get dull. And I actually had these sharpened recently, so they're really nice. I've been professionally sharpened. Okay, so that is piece number 1, the front and the back. So I just have to do the notches on that. So, and remember, we are doing this skirt right here. Okay. Next, everybody. I am cutting this piece 2 again, and which are the gores, one of the gores that go to the skirt. And what I wanted to mention is that this fabric does have a grain to it. These feathers go in a certain direction, so all of the skirt pieces, if you have some fabric that has a grain to it, you have to really look at it pretty closely. You have to be sure to put everything, all the pieces facing in the direction of the grain. What is going to be interesting is that the pattern has these ties, and I'm not really sure how I'm going to make the feathers going in the right direction for the ties, because once you tie it, it's going to be going in like a certain direction. So I'm trying to conserve fabric and at the same time make sure I have this on the grain. So I'm using my tape measure. That's about 7 inches from the edge there. Now I have a lot of excess over there, but it's going to be for the ties. The ties actually take quite a bit of fabric, but luckily this is the only remaining skirt piece that I have to do. Okay, so this, I want to get that at about 7 inches. There's my 7 inches mark, so that goes out a little bit like that. Let's see. Make sure I have it precise. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want it to be wonky. So 7 inches here. Like this. 7 inches. And this is basically how you can do this pattern one piece at a time, cutting out like one piece at a time. With this type of fabric, it kind of works out better that way. And also it takes less of a cutting surface to do it. So. These are the fine needles, very fine needles. The only trouble with them is they do bend easily, but for like silky fabrics like this, they don't leave holes. They slide in real easy. So I use coupons a lot, and I get whatever I can on sale. So that is that. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this piece. Number 2 again. And four of these gores, and the feathers are all going in the same direction. For the straps, the ties. sometimes I do use a rotary cutter, but for not for this type of fabric. Usually if it's something like, for me, if it's something thick, comfortable, this particular cutting board can be used with rotary cutter, which is nice. Bad. Not bad. Just move that up a tad. Okay. This has a few little tabs here. One right here. I'm just going to make a little tiny snip here. I do think I'm going to serge these seams. I think what I'm going to do is serge them before I sew them, because so I'll have to mark these spots again. Because if I want to take it in, because that is what I'm doing now with my sewing, and I actually like that finish anyway. So there's that, and now we just got to do the ties. Okay, so I'm just laying out these tie pieces, and luckily for me, there's like a selvage here, so it should be pretty easy to figure out the grain line on this, and these are like real long, so I'm just going to use the selvage as one side, and then it's not going to matter until I construct the skirt. I'm going to have to figure out which direction, once I tie that the feathers are going to go, because I want them to be facing in the right direction. You know, after the skirt is tied, I don't want the feathers to be going in the wrong direction. And then on the waistband, they are going to be kind of going sideways, but I think it'll still work. So, okay, so I just wanted to show you how I'm going to be doing that. I have a little more room at the end for that. This is the layout again here, and I just did that last piece, and then now I'm doing these here. So